Jaren Jackson Jr. is officially the Defensive Player of the Year. Shams Charania has just tweeted out announcing it. Let's give it a round of applause, round of snaps. I want to hear your thoughts down below. What do you guys think of this? Are you guys upset? Are you guys happy that Jaren Jackson Jr. won? Do you think Brook Lopez or Evan Mobley or anybody was robbed of the Defensive Player of the Year award? But let's just get right into it. His stats for this season. All right, if you guys are curious, this man averaged 3 blocks a game, a steal a night. All right, yes, and grabbed about 5 defensive rebounds a game, and his defensive win share was 3.8. All right, his block percentage was 9.6. That's absurd. And I know there's no great stat out there to tell you Defensive Player of the Year. You know, it's really an eye test. It's not an award that you go by. Oh, we saw him do this, all right, and his stats are that. No, it's actually something you got to look at the tape, the way that he influenced. You know how people used to say the Rudy Gobert effect? There was legitimately the Jaren Jackson Jr. effect. People did not want to test this man in the paint, and for good reason, because he is going to swat. Yes, I know some people are going to come out and say he's still foul prone, but I feel like everybody who, I'm not everyone, but if you're a shot blocker in today's NBA, they're going to call fouls on you regardless if it's a good block or not. It sucks. All right, it's a part of their game that, you know, I don't agree with, and that's why, you know, a lot of people are wanting basketball potentially to you know, add some rules to make it more, to allow defense to thrive a bit more. But again, I don't want that to take away from Jaren Jackson Jr., a guy who had a great year, a great season, and is so deserving of this award. I'm very, dude, he can switch out to the perimeter guards. He can guard every single position. And I think that's a big thing when it comes to being a Defensive Player of the Year. You got to guard every single position. And I know technically Jaren Jackson Jr. with the new NBA, like, he played 63 games, and if you suffer an injury, you technically, if this had happened, I think it's next year when the new rule goes in effect, he still would have won Defensive Player of the Year. So don't give me any of that BS, because they had the 62 game protection. So Jaren Jackson Jr. winning this, I think, is awesome. The guy deserved it. He's the catalyst. Like, you guys saw when he came back, and this Grizzlies team, it was awesome just seeing him. So to hear Jaren Jackson Jr. be named Defensive Player of the Year, received 56 out of 100 first place votes. All right, this was his breakout year in a way. All around, 19 points a game, almost 7 rebounds, almost NBA best 3 blocks shot. And he's a 35% 3-point shooter, and he's elevated himself from just being a 3-and-D specialist when he came out to being one of the most versatile elite defenders in the game. And I know people are saying he wouldn't have been eligible for the award in the newly ratified, but the new thing says that if you play 62 games and you had suffered an injury, that's part of the protection. So I think that should be taken into consideration. And Jaren Jackson, you know, it's been awesome. It's been awesome. It's been fun to watch. And this is a guy who's so deserving of this award. All right. That I don't who else? Who else? And also shout out Lock Nation for having a great, you know, little mix of all of this. So I'm going to leave it here because I don't know what else we'd say.